welcome back with another banger. It's the React Files. Hope you're having a good night. Let's get straight to it.
During a burial of a loved one in Indonesia, a family member seemingly falls backwards and into the open grave as they were getting ready to lower the coffin. But he didn't actually fall. He was grabbed and dragged backwards into the open grave. Watch this. Did you notice the pale hand on his left shoulder? He even admits himself that he felt like he was being pulled and was obviously horrified to see that pale hand grabbing his shoulder in the footage later. Now the question is, why would something do such a thing during a time of great importance, a burial? Was it sinister? One thing for certain is this is terrifying, knowing this entity has the power to pull a grown man with such force. Follow me for your dose of nightmare fuel.
That's crazy. It had a heat signature. When he got in that grave, it did look like something was pulling him back. Shout out to Nightmare Fuel. If I seen that in real life, I would freak out.
Hey y'all, what's going on with Vegas? Because I'm coming across videos and it's looking pretty empty. I'm talking about ghost vibe type of videos, and I gotta ask, what is going on?
Alright, we're in Vegas. This is supposed to be the city that never sleeps, but there's like literally no one around here at all. And on all of our walks pretty much tonight, we've seen nobody. So, I don't know.
This video shocked me, y'all. This is a video from what the airport looks like today.
Here at the MGM Grand Las Vegas, it is a ghost town in here. It's about, what, 9 o'clock? That's at the home time. But there's not many people here at all. Some dudes here to my right, I don't really want to show their face, but see the rest of the casinos like this.
Look how empty it is, y'all. At the MGM, there's nobody there. Look, it's a ghost town. Now, we all know Vegas is a huge hub for international tourism. Yes, we all know that. But I believe most of the gamblers were domestic. So what is going on here? Is it because, you know, Trump pushing out immigrants with ICE and all this? Or is it because things are getting a lot more expensive? I mean, have you guys seen the grocery store? Now, I myself have been to Vegas a couple of times when it wasn't even busy, and it was a lot more people than this, y'all. So something big is going on, y'all, and people are feeling the shift. Telling y'all, man, people are waking up from that illusion, man. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Like, follow, and share for more videos like this. The shift is here. Let's continue to get it. Peace in.
The last big event they had was WrestleMania on 420. To see it like this right after is like, yo, mind-boggling. Shout outs to Conscious Juice. I'm looking at it like, yo, this gotta be a joke, like CGI or something. I've never seen Vegas look like that. Let me know if you out in Vegas. Is it really like this? Let me know in the comments down below.
Have y'all ever seen the commercial for Celine Dion's clothing brand, y'all? When I tell you this shit is twisted and dark, it's twisted and dark. In this commercial, she's literally stealing babies, y'all. Her clothing brand is called New. And we all know what that stands for. New World. You finish the rest down below in the comments. The clothes she even making the kids wear is weird as fuck. Look at this shit. This is baby clothes. Look at the symbolism. We all know what this represents. I feel bad for the parents that allow their children to wear this shit. Look, it's like they want to start them young. You got the baby with the devil horns. It's right there in your face. Look at this shit. Y'all, this is literally her clothing brand. I'm not understanding why people allow their kids to wear this shit. It's weird. Would you allow your kids to wear something like this? Look at this. Now take a look at the video playing over my head.
Our children.
This shit is weird, y'all.
Our children. As we are all just links in a never-ending chain that is life.
Y'all seen the clothes.
In reality,
We are only a fraction of their universe. We miss the past.
They dream of tomorrow.
We may thrust them
Shit's
forward
crazy.
into the future, but the course will always be theirs to choose.
If y'all don't see it, and I really gotta say it,
Yeah, girl, and I'm
come on
Beyonce.
now.
Haven't seen that commercial up until now. Shout out to Zay Reacts. Celine Dion looking like a witch or something.
We're about to break down the Rothschild ball like you've never seen before. I got tons of requests after I post these pictures, so let's get into it. We're gonna go very quick and very deep, so try to keep up. And don't say it. So right at the bat, we see some very obvious things, but the very meaningful symbology is only uncovered by knowledge. So first off, we see this Baal mask. But did you know this whole picture has to do with Baal? Because Baal is literally Moloch and it's literally Baphomet. They're all the same deity. So what was Baal to the Canaanites, to the Templars was Baphomet. But the Templars didn't worship this form of Baphomet that we know. While we do see many images of their worship like this, it actually didn't look like this at all. The form of Baphomet that the Templars worshipped was the form with 4 faces, one on each side of its head. You can also see it's portrayed by this cartooner game with the name of Baphomet, as can be seen again right here. The one you see in the red robe right in front of Baphomet, that's the High Priestess. The High Priestess would be on the side of the east to be worshipped like the sun as the sun was rising. Same thing in all lodges, by the way. So that's why you see him wearing masks all around his face. Then in the background you see someone looks like they're screaming out in hell. Now this one right here has a lot. So again, we see the multiple masks, multiple personalities, also demonic possession and Baphomet. We'll get to the demonic possession in a minute. We also see this egg right here. This is the Orphic egg, or also the cosmic egg, which you can usually see a snake wrapped around it. It quite literally symbolizes the birth of the beast or the beast system or Satan himself and a new beginning. Everything's great. Also, you know, Ishtar and the fertility celebrations, the black and white, you know, duality, checkered floors. And this little beetle right here, would you believe me if I told you it was Satan? Because it really is. In ancient Egypt, they thought the scarab brought the sun, the light bringer. This one's too easy. The lizard, the serpent, the forbidden fruit, and the one-eye symbolism. Come back to the lizard in a minute. What do you see right here besides one-eye symbolism and duality, black and white? It's quite literally Saturn worship, Satan worship, Father Time worship, which is also the black cube, Metatron's cube, etc. The black cube. Now we got this dude with these hands coming out of his head. I wonder why. Out of his mind is demonic possession. So at the 32nd level, they literally get possessed by ascended masters or enlightened beings to make them more powerful. Don't believe me? Go look it up. And this right here gets a little bit freaky. It was an art piece made for this specific ball, but you wanna know what this dude who was into who made this? A guy that used human dolls and merged them with taxidermied creatures. A good reference for that is the parties they do on islands in the middle of the woods, in the middle of nowhere. Now this guy's glove, it doesn't look like just leather, it looks more like lizard skin, as does his helmet thing. Then we got the birdcage, which symbolizes oppression, again, demonic possession, and also duality, the seeing of freedom on the outside and bondage on the inside. A lot of these people are trapped, but a lot of them like being trapped. And we're out of time. Let me know if you want part 2.
Definitely want part 2. Shout out to the real Moon Henry.
A second miracle took place, and that is that God took that sermon. He didn't have to give it enforcement. He didn't have to give it attention, but he made sure that that sermon was heard by everybody around the world. For the past days, I don't think that there has been a conversation that was taking place on the world stage that was bigger than this one. Although most of it was mocking and most of it was name calling and most of it was rejection, it doesn't matter. What took place was that the proof was established over the people. The excuse was removed from the people. Nobody could say now that they were not aware that God had sent forward a messenger, or that they were not aware that there was this individual who was proclaiming himself to be a proof over the Christians. The Christians couldn't go to God on Judgment Day, and when God asks them, why didn't you follow the shepherd that I sent to you? Why didn't you follow the Imam of the time? time, they can't say, oh, well, we never heard about it. Right. They heard about it, and God made sure that they heard about it, and God recorded each and every one of their responses to what it is that they heard. And unfortunately, the majority of them did the exact same thing that their ancestors and their forefathers did before when a messenger was sent to them. And it's something that we expected. The Quran and the Bible and the Torah make it clear that every time a messenger is sent to mankind, they always say about him that he is somebody who is a magician, or he's somebody who's insane, he's somebody who's a clown, he's somebody who is not to be heard and to be mocked and to be rejected. And they say about him that he's a demon, or that he's using demons in order to control the people. And we saw that taking place. We saw the believers accepting and being interested, and those who have light in their hearts asking more questions, and we saw them being very few in number as they were in every day and age. And we found that the majority of the people rejected and mocked, and they called me a dangerous cult leader. They slandered me in many videos and in many articles, and they made up a lot of accusations, and they propagated a lot of fake news, to be honest with you, that we were hearing a lot of it for the very first time. And some of it was just regurgitation of previous accusations that was made by extremists and fundamentalists and people that are against us.
Okay, guys, so the full truth has come out about this individual that calls himself the Mahdi. There's an article by somebody named B. Schofield who has gathered a lot of information on this individual. You're not going to believe this, but Abdullah Hashim, who's the guy with the green collar right there, had a best friend, McGowan, and they went to high school together and they became best friends. They bonded over filmmaking and comedy, where they later branched off and went to college. But you won't believe the kind of films they made. Ladies and gentlemen, they made cult exposing documentaries. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is Hashim, who made a UFO cult documentary exposing a cult. So he knows all about cults. He knows all about leaders of cults, which would mean he would know how to start a cult. Now all of a sudden, he's the Mahdi, where he has gathered more than 200 individuals that follow him. They all came together and purchased a house that used to be an orphanage in England. Now they're all there coated up and following him. And as one of his followers said, quote unquote, to serve God, there's no better way than to serve you. So many people are really sucked into this cult. Ladies and gentlemen, every so often there is an individual that comes and gathers many different people. We've seen it with Jim Jones, and he talked about a doomsday. Then he had all his followers drink a Kool-Aid that unalived all of them. We've seen it with Waco, Texas, and gather all kind of different followers. And then that house was infiltrated by police, and many people were unalived, including children, when he could have just simply gave himself up. There was also another Mahdi in 1979 who rushed into a mosque with over 400 different followers. They ended up taking different Muslims hostage, and more than 400 people were unalived after weeks. Now today, you have an individual named Abdullah Hashim, who claims to also be an Islamic Mahdi, who is gaining followers by the hundreds, who are selling everything to follow him and give their complete life to him. They are registered in Nevada, Reno, as a 501c3 religious organization. And as Hashim said, that's where they're going to build their army. They're going to have their own police, their own laws, their own weapons. In Nevada. This is what Hashim said. What does that sound like to you, guys? It sounds like something we've already seen. Sounds like a cult. And it is. One of his ex-members warned us, saying he knows how to put film together. He's also an actor. That's why we can see different videos of him on their own page. There's all kind of different dramatic music when he's talking. It gets you emotional, it pulls you in, because music is spiritual. Not only that, but he has studied cults and leaders of cults. So he knows exactly what to do, what to say to gain followers. But my prayer is this, that you are so in tuned and so connected with the Lord in a relationship that nothing can break you apart, especially a fool trying to get you to follow them instead of God. May the Lord shine light on this even more and expose it For the hundreds that are there right now and pledging allegiance to this individual, may they wake up and stop being so gullible. Amen.
Shout out to Isaiah Robin, dissecting where this dude came from. Yeah, it's obvious that he studied cults, and because of the filmmaking, he knows how to make a great presentation, especially on social media.
Okay, this is pretty massive. A new study shows that Antarctica, the giant frozen continent that's been melting for years, has just seen record-breaking growth in ice sheets for the first time in decades. So according to this brand new study out of China's leading climate research university, from 2021 to 2023, the Antarctic ice sheet experienced a record-breaking increase in overall mass. And data NASA published in March confirms this finding as well. And that's pretty significant because, as you can see, it's been losing approximately 150 gigatons per year for decades. And it's not just that, because data from the NSIDC covering the period from March 2024 to February 2025 indicates that the surface mass balance from the Antarctic ice sheet was nearly 200 billion tons above the 1981 to 2010 average. However, caveat to all of this good news, as of right now, climate scientists believe that this is a short-term anomaly, not a reversal in trend, and West Antarctica continues to experience significant losses. But the question is, what do you think?
It's almost like the Earth goes through a natural cycle. Shout out to Dylan Page.
Yeah, I know what time it is. Oh, I got their ass now. Check this out right here. This is about to get very, very depressing. The reason this is about to get very depressing is because you see this machine right here. This machine has been mining our Earth, our crystal trees, for centuries, and leaving us with a barren wasteland. Now, some of us may not know it, but this device right here has been mining our quote-unquote mountains for centuries and creating nothing but hell here on Earth. This is going to take some time, but you got to let this sink in. Take a look at it. And y'all know how we do around here. We not clickbaiting. Analyze this photo. The patterns it's leaving. The way it's constructed. Look very, very close at what it's doing. It's taking this, scooping it up, over, back into the machine, and then the conveyor belt part right here is taking what it takes. It's mining. Mining your entire planet. As I continue and this goes on, you are going to start to feel a little bit dumb and lied to. Because you're going to start to understand, see the ribs right there? Mining. Now you sit there and you go, well, it's a mountain. Because we've been dumbed down. We've been dumbed down to the point that we look and we can't analyze things fully. Let me explain this to you fully. What you're looking at is a tree. A petrified tree. What you see here in the middle, which I'm about to show you, gutted out. They mined the entire thing. Why? If you watch my last video, you'll see the trees are crystals. And if the trees are crystals, then they're mining crystal. Look, what did I just tell you? Look there. Look very close. I'm literally handing you new eyes. Every time you watch one of my videos, your eyes get a new layer so you can see the world with new vision. Do you see how that concave shape? See the concave shape? Because you know me, I'm not going to give you bullshit. We don't talk perspectives and theories and I wonders around. No, we don't do that. We talk knowing. And as you can see here, we know both those mountain ranges oddly have this concave shape out of here. What we're going to do is, the white NPCs, we tossing them in the garbage. They go inside of the garbage. All the geologists, they go in the garbage. Your teacher, professor, they go in the garbage. They lied to you. Everything they told you about, man, there was erosion. There was a thing, you know, they told you about the Grand Canyon. There's a river. The river came through here and they've been mining the crystal trees here in our realm for centuries. And of course, I'm going to show you. Because they think you're stupid. But once you awaken, all I'm doing is making you remember. Take a look there. What do you see here? Those tracks have been there. Oh, by the way, you're looking at Antarctica. Those tracks have been there for centuries. Where'd those tracks come from? Big, huge excavating machines. They went all the way up here, excavated that out. You see the little ribbed mound. You see what everything looks. It looks the same as all the rest that I'm about to show you. I just showed you about 6-8 pictures. We got about 80 to go. It's about to get real. It's about to get real. The whole entire planet. The whole entire planet. You can talk to any geologist you want. They cannot deny these are actually, they can deny it. You tell me what all these concaved, mining drilling marks are. You tell me what they are. Because it's everywhere. This is all the way up on top of a mountain. This is up 6,000 feet. You have to ask yourself, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years ago, this ain't within the last 100. This ain't within the last 2, 3. This is before that. They excavated the mountain. Excavated these crystal trees. Excavated. I think the buildings is the only thing they found. They found those trees and they went to work on them. But this is the thing right here. The race that was responsible for this, they mined these trees and they had to know what they were doing because you have to send somebody out there. They have to have millions of dollars invested and they have to know they're going to get their money back. Mined. They dug it all out. You look over here and you go, oh, that's just a valley. Let me put you onto something else. Keep looking at this image here. How many images like this have I shown you already? Go back, watch the video again. What you're going to realize is this. Do you see anything growing? No, you don't. You don't see anything growing because it's a death zone. It's a death zone. It's all they killed it. It's a barren wasteland. It's been mined. And all the sediment from the stuff dropped down. And once it dropped down and it blankets and it covers everything, nothing grows. Same. You're going to realize all these mountains here, from the Grand Canyon all around the world, they all look the same. Look at that. What is that? Coming up, sticking out. Yeah, exactly. Tree. Look at it. It's been mined. Look around it. Look at the area. Barren. Look at it. It's been mined. Look at, see the ribs? It's been mined. Look at all the sediment. So they're done. Oh. Look at the top. Just flat. Cut straight across. No erosion, no river, mate. We just never put 2 and 2 together because we think we're so big that we don't think of our world as bigger than us. Now that you understand that this is a gigantic tree that goes up and it's made out of crystal and they came and found it and just excavated these joints all. Zzz, And that was after they fell. Look at this one. What is this? What is it? Grand Canyon. What does that look like going across? What did y'all think these ribs were? Please don't tell me. I know. They told you it was water erosion, right? The water came in and the water came and the water was down in the valley. But let's make sure this is a no-fly zone and you can't go here. We're going to pull up in black trucks and drag you somewhere. We don't want you around. Yeah, they excavated all that. Look, they excavated all that. This is an excavation site. Just look. Look at the ribs. The ribbon up there. Anybody that knows mining, no excavation, they know what they're looking at. Unless you want to believe erosion gets a straight cut like that. Stop playing. Look at the layers. Mining. Come on. Look at these layers. Mining. You seen that in the first photo. Remember those ribs I showed you? They were mining. But when the mind's blind, the eyes can't see.
Yo, I was getting Matrix vibes. Shout out to Piper Miller 31. First time ever hearing this theory. Crystal trees. It reminds me of the Devil's Tower in Wyoming. How it was just cut straight off. Well, it looked like it was. I'm not familiar with mining, but I feel like that machine is one of those machines that they use to make the dumbs.
Listen to this man talk about dreaming.
So what you dream about? Dreaming the real, I don't want to say it.
Not talk. No, please.
I dream in the real life.
Oh.
A lot of people don't know. Somebody got to astral project because you don't need this body. Right? This body kind of like a prison. I keep telling you, like it's like a jail cell. And God the warden. A lot of people don't know.
Well, what do you have a bad dream? What's that? Yeah, you having nightmares all the time.
Ain't nothing bad. Yeah, why you trying to trick me? There's no such thing as bad.
No, like you having a bad nightmare.
But listen, everything I see comes from me. So if I have something bad, it's something bad in me. Listen, let me tell you this.
Okay.
Let me tell you this. See this right here? Once it's manifested to the world, it's too late. It's too late for me to move it, touch it, do anything with it. You know why? Because it's already here. Right? Because the problem within here already is internal. By the time they come external, bitch run. Nothing you can do. Create something else. Just like God. Watch it. Don't intervene. A lot of people don't know. A lot of people intervene with life ain't made for you to intervene. You can't intervene.
We got a lot of people here today. And if
too many.
Yeah, he said too many. He said don't intervene.
You can't intervene with life. You're God. Gods can't intervene. Can't intervene with your creation. You're gonna throw it off. Right? So you guys just let it be. And love it no matter what it is. But the problem is people don't know what love is. See, that's the problem here on earth. That's why I'm not from here. That's why I never could be from here.
So
Earth. Look, I'm not no earthling.
So you have a partner that's a crash out.
Huh?
A crash out.
I'm a crash out. I crash out for God. Well, listen, Jesus was a crash out, was an outlaw, was against the world. Stop playing with me. Everybody, listen, if you ain't no crash out, stop playing with me. I'm ready to die, gang. Because I'm already dead. I'm ready to crash out. Stop playing with me. Martin Luther King, all them, they ain't crash out. They ain't crash out. Stop playing with me. Take all the streets down. Listen, I got $10,000 for every Martin Luther King sign. Hit me up, 314-201-7104. Bring me them signs.
I think we got one. We got a couple of them. So as I was saying, a lot of people here, so when they go home and they dream, can you explain like what the hell's going on when
they dying? You dead. When you dream, you dead. So everybody here probably had this happen. You ever had this happen before? You was asleep. You thought you was up. You tried to get up. Your body wouldn't move, right? Your body won't move. Your soul wasn't back yet. Yeah, you glitched, right? Until everybody realizes this is not real, they gonna keep coming back here. But let me tell you the problem. Because, and I don't want to say this because it's gonna scare a lot of people, right? But remember, God said you have free will, right? And remember I told you death is fate, right? But remember I told you got free will. So remember I told you, Jesus said, if 3 people in the same room believe, what's going to happen? Stuff going to happen. Now the whole world gets to believe in death. Guess what's going to happen? Death going to event itself. Right? So right now we live in a parallel universe. But people think like, oh, it's parallel. I'm going to tell you it's parallel like this. It's parallel through the mind. You could be sitting right next to me. How many times you sit next to a person, you saw something happen, they saw something totally different than what you've seen? How many times did that happen? So right now, we all live in a parallel universe, but everybody won't see it. It's a conscious level game. But conscious is not from thinking. The brain has no IQ. It can't. It's a receiver. You get smarter by cleaning your vessel. Right? That's how you get smarter. IQ is a lie. You should have known that when they told you the dolphin had more brain power than you. You just said, you stupid. Because how the dolphin going to have more brain power than you? Right? You just said, you stupid. Right? The brain don't have an IQ. The heart don't pump blood. If they tell you that everything they tell you is backwards, right? Let me tell you so you know. Your heart pumps energy to your body, frequencies that come in through your head, they call a brain, and say you have an IQ and you don't got one. Everybody's the same smart. Let me tell you what I mean by everybody's the same smart. Michael Jackson said this. He wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning, song come through his head. I got to record it now, right now, because Prince going to get it. He understood that we all got the same information available to us to flock in the firmament. Right? It's just about how you position yourself, your antenna to receive it. That's why I tell you I'm dumb. When I talk, it's not me. I know where I pull from.
Yo, that was deep. Shout out to 607 Unc. Yo, I've heard Michael Jackson say that too. It didn't make sense to me like it makes sense now. Waking up 3 in the morning with a song in his head, say he got to record it before Prince do it. That's crazy. That's a high level of thinking right there.
You have been taught to pray for something outside of yourself, so immediately you've defeated the purpose of prayer. If you are praying, then that should be a form of meditation to harness your power, not to ask for shit. Because if you go up looking for a welfare check, that might as well be a prayer. You're getting it answered.
When you're praying, you have been taught to think it's some man up there.
Yeah.
You're the only thing that can even receive anything to give you energy back to do anything is yourself. So actually, prayer is a modified way of meditation where you literally speak to yourself to give yourself. You've just been fooled to thinking it's some other cracker up here, the upper room, in the upper room, that's your fucking damn Godhead. You see what I'm saying? So going back, you are the agent.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
See, the priests did that to you. The priests did it to you to make them powerful. The priests told you that you had to cut up a calf and send it to them. The priests told you you had to pray and give alms every Sunday. It's the priest that set up a personal God to make you believe you created an original sin. But the only original sin that was created by the Creator. So the Creator created the original sin. Why are you taking the blame for shit you ain't had nothing to do with? So now here you are worrying about the original sin and praying to God for somebody to give you clarity about what it is you're supposed to get as your reward. And if you're good now and you go to church, if you good now and do as the Bible say, and they tell you niggas is always singing, Jesus, finish this sentence, and I know you know how to say it. Jesus loves me, this I know. See you niggas, you are well trained.
So understand that this world that we live in, that we have been being harvested. All right, before we move on with the lecture, you got to understand that we have been being harvested, like literally. And then like, you know how they make you work? The reason they make you work in factories, the masses stuff work in factories, is because you spend 10, 20, 30, 40 years working in this factory. You're pumping all this energy out there. You're pumping all this fear out, all this strain, all this stress that comes with working a job all these years. Okay, so they're draining you. And then now, when you do retire, right? Now they just sitting back waiting for you to die. Because when you die, all those years of building up that stress, that frequency, that fear, those negative emotions, These chemicals are released from you at the moment that you leave this avatar. Anybody that works in a funeral home or anybody that's in the medical field will tell you about all the chemicals your body releases at the moment of what they call death. Okay, so this is how sick this world is. So once you release all these chemicals at the moment you leave, you transcend this realm and you transcend the avatar. Why do you think they go back into the graveyard and they take the body? Okay, most people, the masses, are not aware that when you bury a relative, they are not in the ground. You're not there to see your relative get buried. They don't even let you stay there for that. You only stay there so long, and then y'all leave. You just see the casket land in the ground. That's all you see was the casket land in the ground. And you like, okay, I know my relative got buried. You are not aware that nobody relative go in that ground. They take that body, chop that body up, send the parts off to certain individuals, all right? Mix, split the blood up, do blood harvesting, organ donating, organ harvesting rather, with the organs of everybody's dead relatives when people pass away. And you have never went to the cemetery to dig your relative up. If you go dig your relative up, ain't gonna be nobody there. No bones or nothing. It should be bones there, right? It won't be no bones there. I can guarantee you that. I'm willing to pay you. Whoever willing to go dig their relative up, I'll pay you. You feel me? Your feelings gonna be hurt. I'm not lying to y'all about nothing. Listen, man. Understand that.
And that's a wrap. Hope you enjoyed tonight's rabbit hole. You enjoyed this video, why don't you check this one right here? Thanks again. Till next time.